Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I wanted to talk to you about clip-in extensions for fine thin hair and tricks you can do with the clip-in extensions to make your hair look thicker. I'm going to cover how to style fine thin hair with clip-in extensions in ways beyond just wearing your hair down. We'll cover the type of clip-ins that are best for fine thin hair, styling a ponytail with clip-ins, a half-up look with clip-ins, and the best styling tips. But first, why? Why is this video needed? Why is this necessary? If you're watching this video, you know that not everyone is familiar with this hair type. Unfortunately, a lot of times, not even hairdressers or hairstylists. I can't tell you the amount of times that I cried in the chair because the stylist couldn't figure out how to hide the extensions in my hair or to style the look that I wanted with the extensions, when I knew in my head I had already figured it out at home myself, but I assumed that they knew. In some ways, we kind of have to remember that this isn't what they do every day. Most people don't have fine thin hair, and most of the time they're not dealing with clip-ins. But if you have this hair type, it's good to know for your own knowledge. If anything, you need to tell them, because there's been multiple times, even including my rehearsal dinner the night before my wedding. Also including my engagement party look, like big moments in my life where I went to a professional to ask them to style my hair. I said, I have not a lot for you to work with, but I brought my clip-ins and they just did not know what to do. So it's important for us girls with this hair type to figure this out for ourselves. And I have to say, this is something that I figured out not just recently, not just the other day, not just a year or two ago. This is something I figured out when I was, say, maybe 16, 17 years old and still living at home with my parents in my childhood bedroom, just for hours, staring in the mirror, examining my hair, and just playing around with the extensions. Like, what does it look like if I put it here, if I put it there? Can I do this type of look? Can I do that type of look with it? And I figured it out, and I feel like I have not seen a video like this. I haven't seen anyone else sharing these tips, and there's just so much misinformation out there that this video was so niche and specific, and I understand that a lot of my audience probably doesn't have this hair type, but I know that I have also some of you from my other videos on this topic that do have this hair type, and these tips are so good. Like, I can't even believe I'm sharing this because these are like my top secret tips that I don't share with anyone ever. I've never shared these before. But here we are. I feel like this knowledge deserves to be shared, and while it's a very vulnerable thing for me, I feel like it should be shared to help the other girls out with fine thin hair. Okay, so these are my clip-ins. First, I just wanted to show you what we're working with, and you want to pay attention to the sizes and the lengths. These I got at the hair shop in New York City. It was recommended by multiple stylists. That's where a lot of people go. They might have a website. If so, I'll leave it in the description box. But yeah, these are from the hair shop. So these have been cut by my hairstylist. They are good at that. I'm not, you know, it's the styling that's I think has been the challenge, but the cutting is fine. So you can get them cut to your specific hair length. Mine is very short right now. I've had these cut multiple times. So these two are the most important. These are the small ones because you can put these right in the front of your hair. So these are, if you're only going to buy two, buy these two, because these are the two that are used the most. These are the two that we're going to use today. These other ones are for if you're wearing your hair down, but these two are for if you want to style your hair beyond wearing it down. So if you want to wear it in a ponytail, a half up, pigtails, braids, whatever it is, these two are going to be your best friend. You can also see that they're a little bit longer, and that's because the hair in the front, you're going to put these sort of towards the top front, so they're longer. This is going to go in the bottom back. This is like at the nape of your neck, and I'll show you in a second. So this is much shorter. My hair is short right now, as you can tell. So this is shorter, and then this goes in the middle of your head, basically ear to ear. So this one's sort of like a medium length in between these two, and this is the widest one. So you pretty much can only use this one if you are wearing your hair down. And it also very much depends on the width of your head. I have a very small head, I've found through this process, so there are some that come with like 5 clips or 6 clips across. I can only do 4. So you'll want to actually measure your head, and if you go to the hair shop, they can measure for you. Or if you end up buying a bigger one, have your hairstylist cut it, just like cut it off and make it shorter for you. So, for example, with these 2 little ones, so these are the ones that only have 2 clips. You can also get ones even just with 1 clip. These are the ones that I tend to put in the front, and the reason why you put the small ones in the front is because as soon as the wind blows, it's all over basically. So you want to hide them and just have the small ones. I have very little hair in the front. My hair is unfortunately thinning out in the front, so I need the extra help in the front more than anything, but then the contrast is that it's harder to hide. Man, it's such a challenge. But I figured it out. So what I do is first I just measure, and this is going to look a little bit crazy at first, but just measure, hold it up to the top of your head like this, and see where the bottom hits, and make sure that it matches up with the rest of your hair. And yes, by the way, I did just get my hair highlighted recently, so it's a lot brighter than usual, but the extensions are the color of what my hair typically is once it like calms down. So it doesn't blend exactly in this natural light right now, but just know that this is my usual. Okay, so I see there that it's the same length. So then you're gonna need one of these, a rat tail comb. I got this on Amazon. I'll link it in my new Amazon storefront in the description box. But yes, the point is that it has this pointy end. And so then you're gonna take exactly where you're holding it and come in from the front and go along the top of where the extensions are. So then now you're going to lift that hair up. This is how you're going to hide it. I like to take a clip the hair on the side, and then taking your rat tail comb again with that pointy end, go just below where the parting is and pull that hair up, and then you're going to tease this hair because this is what's going to keep the extensions staying in. And none of this is like secret information. This is all like the stuff that you'll find out about every single hair extensions. We're going to get to the good stuff in a bit. I just want to show this for anyone that doesn't know. Okay, and then you just clip your extensions in, and they're gripped on. They're secure because they're holding on to that teased hair. And then you're going to unclip the top layer that you clipped back, flip back. I like to brush it for a second, and then tease under that to hide the extension. A lot of times people miss that part, but if you don't do that, it's going to be seen. So now, look at how much thicker this side looks compared to this side. This is so sad, but see how thin my hair is here? And then here, it's just like cute and thick and bouncy. So you're gonna do that same thing with these ones in the back. So I'm not actually gonna do it because putting your hair down in extensions, there's so many other videos that show you that, but basically this one would go like under here, you know, like as low as you can get it. Right now my hair is very short, so I don't even use these ones. This would actually go pretty high for me. So I'd put it right there, which is actually just above my ears. This one I can't even use at all right now because of my hair length. You can also as well get your stylist to sort of cut these a little bit to give you some shape in the front. So now I have the other side clipped in too, and the point I want to make here is that you don't have to go crazy putting in every single type of extension in your whole hair. Sometimes it's just about making a little subtle difference where you need it. Like I said, I need the hair in the front. And when I put these in, as long as the wind doesn't blow and you don't, you know, see them, nobody knows that I put extensions in. People will just say, oh, your hair looks nice today. But they don't, it's not a dramatic change, you know? It's just a little bit of a boost. So, and I think each of these clips was $25, so it's not like super expensive either. It just adds a little bit of an extra thickness. Okay, moving on to a ponytail. This is one of my biggest tricks, and the one that I feel like I haven't seen anywhere. So it depends, do we want a high pony or a low pony? All we're gonna use for the high pony is one of these, maybe two, if we're feeling crazy. So what you're gonna do is take your 2 fingers and just scrape them around the very crown of your head, right above where you would put a high pony. Lift that hair up and pin it out of the way with a clip, just like that. Now we're at the back of my head. So you're gonna take your rat tail comb and you're just gonna take this little section that's right below that parting, and like we did in the front, same thing, you're gonna use your rat tail comb and tease that section. Okay. Take your clip in, the little 2 one, and you're going to clip it right where you just tease the hair. Okay? So this looks crazy, but bear with me. We're not wearing our hair down. Next, you're going to take your fingers again and right below, like maybe like an inch or so below that, you are going to part the hair again, pin all this back, including the extension and the hair that you just grabbed, and pin it away with the rest of your hair. And then once again, you're going to take that section with your fingers or with your rat tail comb and tease it. Take your second one if you want to use 2, and this is where it gets crazy. Pin it in, clip it in upside down. Okay, so we're going to take it, we're upside down, pin it in once. Sometimes you need to lean forward a little bit. And pin it in a second time. Okay. Now we look really crazy. Unpin all your hair that you had to the side. Let it go back. Let's focus on the front now. And just kind of lean back a little bit and gather your hair up just like you're going to put your hair in a ponytail. So now we're going to focus on the front again with the comb. Just brush it to the side. Now on the top, on the bottom, just make sure it looks smooth, just like, you know, a ponytail. Then you're going to take an elastic. Any elastic works. The elastic, a scrunchie, and just, you know, do like you do with a normal ponytail. Did I miss a piece? Yeah, a little bit. It's just because my hair is so short. Look at that! This is so freaking cute, okay? And then you want to, obviously, you guys probably know before I do, check the back to make sure that you can't see the extensions. See, the extensions aren't seen, but it's a little bit not smooth, so I'm going to just, and don't push down too far here or else you're gonna lift it up. You're just barely scratching the surface just to move the hair to cover where the extensions are clipped in. Okay? And then, then you'll want to use your really strong hairspray because you do not want this to move. This is my most confident like hairstyle, I would say. Like anytime I wear my hair like this, I feel very confident because I know that my extensions are in, I've got some extra hair, and because it is in a ponytail, if the wind blows, it's not going to see it like as if your hair was down. So then I'm going to show you another hairstyle, so I'm not going to spray it, but then you'd really want to spray it. This is one I really like. It's from Tresemme. I got it at the little New York Fashion Week event that they had here in New York. But it's the Tresemme Extra Hold. I think this is just a special packaging. So anyways, this is really straight right now, but sometimes I would go in with my curling iron and curl it. I prefer to curl it when it's already in the ponytail, because it's just like you can see how it goes better and everything else. Yay! Okay, so that's the ponytail look. Next, let's do half up, half down. And again, like I said, these are the two most important ones. These are basically the only ones that you need. Just get these. These are the two that we're going to use once again. So, different than pinning them into your hair when you're going to wear them down, you're going to sort of just take your finger and section off the front of your hair from your ear forward, basically. Okay, and then clip that out of the way so that it stays. Next, we want to make sure that the extension is hidden in your hair as much as possible. We're like burying it like a squirrel. So you're going to, first you want to hide it from the top and you want to hide it from the front. So first we're just going to section off the top and kind of move that out of the way as well. And then with what's left that's in there, this is the part that you're going to tease. So this is the section that's right kind of above behind the ear, below the top section, and you're just going to tease that. Okay, so it's kind of like sticking straight out like this. That's when you know you did a good job. So then take your extensions and you're going to, instead of putting them across, like parallel to the floor, you're going to turn it on its side. And you're going to clip it in here and then clip it here. Actually, so this is something that happens a lot because my head is very small, is that it gets too close to my ear. So I'm going to start with the one on the bottom that's closer to my ear. Clip that in first and then do the top one. Okay, so now we look crazy, but you can see that the hair is clipped in like that. So then take your hair again from the top, tease underneath the top to hide it, and you're also going to tease this front section to hide it as well. So take this and just lightly tease from the back and then lightly smooth from the front. Okay, so now we can see when I pull this back that it's hidden. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and then we'll come back. Okay, back. So now you can see we've got two sort of long pieces in the front, but we're putting this half up, half down, so it's not going to matter. So after you do those two front sections, you want to check the back and make sure that the extensions are hidden from the back, so you can kind of see they're out a little bit, and you just want to smooth over the top as well to make sure that when you do put it up, it looks right. So now, just like a regular half up, half down, you're going to take your two fingers right above your ears, scrape along the sides, right below those extensions, all the way till they meet in the back. So I'll do it again, just like this. Okay. Double check that everything is hidden. Whoops. If not, you know, just comb over it like we did before, gently, and then we're going to spray it in place afterwards. take your little hair tie again. Maybe you want to use a hair clip and put in like you're doing a ponytail. Once it's in, things might have moved. So like, for example, right here, you can totally see that extension. So you want to comb over again gently until it's hidden just enough. So that's actually much, well, I messed it up again. So that's actually much better. I would spray that down there. And you also might be able to tell as well, this bottom hair right here, I would also just take the top layer of this and straighten it, because as I could see on this side, this little hair under here is got like a bit of a wave to it. So I would just take that top layer and straighten it. Yeah, and then there's your half up, half down look. So anyways, I really hope that this video helps. I know some of these tricks are a little bit funny, but the end result is just something really nice, and I feel like it can add a lot of confidence if you are someone that struggles with very fine, thin hair. Save this video to refer back to for future reference, and like, just put this video up, go to the mirror, you know, buy your extensions and just play around with it and just see what works for your head and your hair. And you know, teasing and clipping back and spraying are going to be your best friends. So let me know how it goes if you do. I honestly, like, I can't think of anything better than someone actually finding this useful, because this is just such a struggle, and if you know, you know. If you know, you know, you get it. So anyways, we're helping each other out in this struggle. And help me out by subscribing. Sorry, my camera battery died. But help me out as well by subscribing to this channel, and follow the Fashion Squirrel as well over on Instagram. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.